Hi guys, my name is Ariel Bamshile and I'll be presenting my dashboard which I have created for my CIS 9467 midterm. I have created two sets of dashboards, one with pivot tables and pivot chart with slicers and another using Power View. Quick disclaimer, because Excel can only hold so much data, the data I used in this dashboard is just a subset of the original data. The purpose of this dashboard is to take a look at the top 20 traffic violations committed in New York and play a little game of who's more likely. Let's begin. Here's the first dashboard, which consists of the donut chart, which shows the number of violations committed per month. It shows a bar chart of the top 20 violations, a line chart of the day of the week the violation occurred, and a column chart of the age group of the violators. It also consists of three slicers, which helps to filter by year, by gender, and by license state. Play around with this a bit. So let's start with 2014. So as you can see, when I clicked on 2014, all of my chat reacted to this. This is because I had reported a connection between my slicers and all of the four pivot tables I created to prepare this chart, as you'll see later. So in 2014, the most violation was speed in zone, and the list was operating while using portable electronic device. And in 2017, speed in zone is not even anywhere near the top violation. Like I said, this might not be 100% accurate because Excel couldn't copy over the entire data, but it was able to get subsets of the data from each month and year. Let's now see sex. Females. Well, females are more likely to speed in zone. And then the second offense committed by females are operating the motor vehicle while using a mobile phone, and the age group is between 21 to 25. I mean, you can see like some young moms falling in this age group, and then they're in a hurry to get their children ready for school on Monday, as it's the first weekday. And I feel Monday is the most stressful day to get ready, just to get ready in general, because you just had the weekend and now you have to get ready, make prepared food for the week. You have to get ready for the week. You get the children ready for school, and then you're running late for work. You get in your car and you start driving fast, heading to work, and you gotta let your colleague know that you'll be running late to work. So you text them and you get pulled over. Probably. I mean, that could happen. All right, so let's see the numbers of males. Males are more likely to get a traffic ticket on Saturday. Again, the age group is between 1 to 25. Young guys, they just like having fun, like riding with the wind or driving with the wind, whatever they say, and just moving real fast, not even caring, just like having fun driving fast on the weekend. So in general, you notice that the older you get, the less traffic tickets you have. I'm going to use my uncle as an example. My uncle's about 60 and he doesn't like to drive on highways. Like, I feel like if you don't drive on the highways, you probably won't get a traffic ticket. So the older you get, the more self-conscious you are and the less traffic tickets you get. And contrary to popular beliefs, young people, meaning people who just obtained their license, they have way, way less traffic ticket than young adults and all that. Okay, that's that. Now let's go to the other dashboard I have, which is the Power View. So this is better in playing the game of who is more likely. So at who is more likely to speed in zone, male or female? Let's see. Well, as we all guessed, male. So males are more likely to speed in zone. Let's see who is more likely to operate mobile vehicle while using portable device. And the difference is not that clear, but still, females are more likely to operate a portable yeah, a portable electronic device while operating a motor vehicle. And last, let's choose more likely to operate a mobile phone while driving. Ooh, that's like a tie there. So I guess both males and females are that are guilty of this, and it occurs mostly on Thursdays. Let's see what days people speed in Zoom most. Monday. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. Okay. Now that I've given you a brief overview of my dashboard, let me now talk about the data that helped create this dashboard. So my data was gotten from data.newyork.gov, and it's tied to traffic tickets issued for a 4-year window. Like I mentioned earlier, the data was pretty large. It contains 14.4 million rows. So downloading this data on Excel manually will take a long time. So what I did was I went to this API and I copied this JSON file, and I'll show you why I did that. Using API is one of the many ways you could upload data to Excel. I'll show you how that works. So go to the data tab and then go to get data, get from other sources, from web, and then I'll paste the link which I have just copied. Click OK. One of the benefits of doing this is as the data gets updated on the website which I copied it from, it affects this version that I have on my Excel, and it updates the data as well. But I don't want that because I'm going to create a dashboard from this, and if I let the data update as it's been updated on the website, it's going to ruin my dashboard. So I'll show you how I took care of that. So now I expanded it, and I'm going to clean up this data as much as possible. First thing I did was I converted all the text data that shouldn't be text data into number. So example, the year shouldn't be in text, it should be in number. This helps with filtering better. So I go to this and I change it to whole number. I do the same thing for month. The reason why I do this is because on Excel, I would like to create a formula that converts the month into the actual month day instead of number, so it's easier to read by users. And the last one I did was age, and this also I did to make it easier for me to use in Excel so that I could group my age as you saw on the chat. So now let's go to the result. One thing I did is that I filtered from my query to just the top 20 traffic results instead of using the entire data, just to make it easier for me when I create my Power Pivot and not having to have filters in every pivot chart I create. I meant pivot chart. Yeah, pivot chart and Power Pivot. So I did that. And when you're done with the data cleaning on query, you could close and upload. Name the query result DND, meaning do not disturb, and I copied and pasted the query into a different worksheet, and I pasted just the value so that I could play around with this and wouldn't get affected by every upload that happens on the website. Remember I mentioned before that with the API, every upload that happened on the data.ny.gov would affect the data, and that will affect my pivot table. So I created a copy, I pasted it, I added a few more formulas to change the months into actual month letters and gender, and also separate the state of license to just New York and other instead of listing every state that was on the data. So I used the data that I cleaned up, which is named data, to create my pivot chart so it doesn't get updated. So for the violation, which is the bar chart you saw before, I just kept the violation description in rows and the charge code in the values. I made it a count because I only care about the count. But days of the week, similar things, violation date of week in row and count in values as count again. And for month, same thing. Age group was a little bit different because the age group was just listed one by one, so I had to group them. I started grouping from 21, I stopped at 70, and I grouped by 5, so which is how the ages got grouped. And that brings us to the Power View. The Power View, again, I use my data just in case it gets updated from data.newyork.gov, so that wouldn't affect it. And yeah, that's my dashboard. One thing I learned about this project is the Power Query, and after this, I'm going to learn a little bit more about it because I'm pretty sure some of the functions I created in Excel could be created in it. But I had fun working on this project, and I look forward to working on more.